Hey guys, welcome back to another video tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you how to make the halter top from the motifs that we made about a week ago. So this is a continuation of the motifs that I taught you earlier on, the boxes, and in this video I'll be showing you how to make the half of the motif as well in order to shape the halter version of the top. So if you haven't yet checked out my former videos of how to make the motif, how to join the motifs, please just check the description box below. I'll be leaving the links behind so that you first watch the previous videos and I put you up to speed before you come to this video. So this is linked to those videos, and if you don't know how to make the first part, then this top is going to be a little difficult for you. So first go and watch those ones and you'll come back to this one. Okay, so after joining your motifs like this, you'll have a total of 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 across, and then 2, so it's a 6 by 2 rectangle. So as I had promised you in my previous video, I had promised to show you how to make this half motif, and this is the one that's going to create the halter design, because you're going to place it around here and then around here, and then we shall fill in the gaps with the full motifs. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is how to make the half, and then we shall see how to join it onto our piece. So this is the bottom part of the top, and now to make the half motif, let me just put this away. To make the half motif, you are going to make a magic ring, just like we were doing before. And then you're going to make a chain of 4. So 1 2 3 and 4, and that counts as a double crochet chain 1. Then you're going to go into the magic ring with a double crochet, then chain 1, double crochet into the magic ring, chain 1, double crochet into the magic ring, chain 1, double crochet into the magic ring. So you should have a total of 5 double crochets. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. And after this you're going to close off the magic ring, and then you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. You just need a total of 5 this time. Pull through, and now you're going to get your white yarn. Alright, so for your second color, you are going to make a slip knot and attach your yarn on this side where we cut our yarn. So here. And you are going to attach your yarn on this side and make a chain of 5. So that chain of 5 is going to count as a double crochet chain 2. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. Then you're going to go into the very first chain 1 space here, and you're going to place a total of 3 double crochets. I'm sorry for the noise, I can't control it. So after this you're going to chain 2, go into the next chain 1 space with a total of 3 double crochets like that, and then you're going to chain 2, go into the next space with 3 double crochets, and then you're going to chain 2 and go into the last space that you have with a total of 3 double crochets. So after this you're going to chain 2 and double crochet again into the same space, just double crochet once. After this you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. Okay, so this is what we have, and now we're going back to our first color, and you're going to make a slip knot and attach your yarn into the very first space. So this one, just attach your yarn there, and then you're going to make a chain of 5. And then you are going to double crochet 3 times into the same exact space, like that. And then you're going to chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the next space, 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to chain 1, and you're going to place a shell into the next space. So a shell is 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets into the same exact space. And after this, you are going to chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the next chain space. All right, and then you're going to chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the very last chain space. Sorry. All right, and then you're going to chain 2, and then double crochet again into the same space. And then you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. So this will bring us to half of our motif. If you can see here, and we have the same exact thing going on here. So these are the ones that are going to help us create the shaping for our halter top. So you're going to grab your last color, and you're going to first work with the first one, the first motif. Bring back the downer band of the top. I told you I have 6 by 2. If you're a larger size, then I would advise 8 by 2, and if you want your top to be even longer, you can even do 6 by 3 or 8 by 3. So 3 on this side, 1, 2, 3, so that your top is longer. So we are going to start attaching the half motifs onto the downer band of the top. So if I'm to zoom out a bit, I'll do that so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So we have this one and this one, and then we have this one and this one, and this one and this one. And I want 2 full motifs to be in the middle of my halter top. Let me just get 2 motifs here. I want those 2 motifs in the middle, and then so that we have the half motifs here and here, something like that. So I think now it makes more sense. So let me just put this away. So now I'm going to find a way of joining this motif here. So let me just drag it here like this. And you're going to grab your next color, which is white for me, and you are going to attach your yarn where you left off with the green. In that space, you're going to attach your yarn, and you're going to make a single crochet in the same space. Chain 5. Let me see how it's going to. So the fact that I want it to be like this, so I have to make my work like this so that I can start attaching. So this is my corner. So instead of chain 5, we shall chain 3 and then attach into this corner here, and then chain 2 more and single crochet into the same space. Chain 3, attach into the next loop, chain 2 more and single crochet into the next chain space, chain 3, attach, chain 2 more, and single crochet into the next chain space, chain 3, attach, chain 2 more, and single crochet into this very corner here, like that. And then you're going to chain 3, remove your hook, and attach in the middle of the 2 motifs. At that point, you're going to attach there, and then chain 2 more and single crochet into the same exact space. So single crochet there, chain 5, because now we don't have where to attach, and then you're going to single crochet into the next space, chain 5, single crochet into the next space, like that. And then you're going to chain 5 and single crochet into the last space, the last chain 1 space, and then you're going to chain 5 and single crochet into the same exact space to create that loop in the corner. So after that, you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. So we are done attaching our very first half motif, and this is what it looks like. For the larger sizes, I'll be explaining later on. Just watch until the end so that you get the basics of how to shape, because you're going to apply the same exact knowledge for the larger sizes as what we are doing right now. So after this, we are going to attach our second half motif. I'm going to first attach the half motifs, then I'll come to the middle section. Alright, so you're going to start with a slip knot. We're just doing the same exact thing that went on here onto this part, because I told you my top will have 2 full motifs in the middle, and then the half motifs on the next motif. So since I am right-handed, that means I'm going to first work this part, then go down while attaching it to this motif down here. So I'm going to attach my yarn into that space. Sorry, the first thing to do is to make a single crochet, then chain 5, single crochet into the same space, chain 5, single crochet into the next space, chain 5, single crochet into the next space, chain 5, single crochet into the corner. So once we get to the corner, I'm also going to start getting ready to attach onto the motif here while going this side. So chain 3 and attach, chain 2 and single crochet into the same exact space. So that will create the loop in the corner of the motif. And then you're going to chain 3, attach into the next loop, chain 2 more, and single crochet into the space, chain 3, attach, chain 2 more, and single crochet into the next space, chain 3, attach, chain 2 more, and single crochet into the last space, and then you're going to chain 3 and attach in the middle section of these 2 motifs. So just find the mid section, like that, and then you're going to attach, chain 2 more, and single crochet into the same exact space. And you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn, pull through. So this is what we have right now. Make sure that when you're attaching your work, you're putting some you're actually attentive, because you may put it the wrong way. So we have this space going on here, as you can see. And now we're going to introduce our two motifs that we are supposed to place, this and this. And now the joining process is going to just be the same exact as when we were joining a motif to two sides earlier on. So just attach your yarn, okay. So single crochet, chain 3. I'm going to first attach onto the half motif. So just go in there and attach, chain 2 more, and single crochet into the same space. So the next part is just the same, chain 3, attach, chain 2 more, and single crochet into the next space. Chain 3, attach, chain 2 more, single crochet, chain 3, attach, chain 2 more, single crochet, chain 3, attach into the middle section of all the motifs that are joined here. So just attach there, chain 2 more, and single crochet into the same exact space. So you can see what that has created. And now we are continuing to attach, chain 3, attach, chain 2 more, single crochet, Alright, so we are done attaching our two sides, and this is what we have. Let me just hide these tails behind and you see what's going on. So we are going to just continue working all the way around. So after your last chain of 5, you're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet that you made for your round. Slip stitch there and chain 1, cut your yarn. So you have to really get ready for the loose ends. This is what we have right now. So that means our very last motif is going to join onto 3 sides. There's only one side that's not going to be joined onto anything, but all the other 3 sides of the square have to be joined because it has to fit into this space like that. So let's see. So you already know how to join by now. and you're going to just attach your yarn in one of the corners, and you are going to chain 1 single crochet into the same space, chain 3, and now I'm going to start from this side going all the way around. So we are done with our very first loop, the loop in the corner. Then continue to join as usual. So when you get to this point, look what we have. This looks so pretty. So when we get to this point, you're going to chain 3 and attach into your very last loop, that loop in the corner of the half motif. Chain 2 and then single crochet into the same exact space, and this is what we have. Look at that, this is so cute. So chain 5, single crochet. I don't know why I'm really excited about the outcome. Chain 5, single crochet like that, and then you're going to chain 5 and slip stitch into the very first single crochet that you did for your round. So after you slip stitch, you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn, pull through and fasten off. So this is what we have for our motif. I'm going to first try and get rid of those loose strands so that we can get a clean look for now, especially the ones at the edge. I think I had gotten rid of the ones on the bottom part of the top, but when it comes to the upper ones, we still have a mess on the upper side. So let me first try and get rid of all these. Alright, so I hope the loose ends were gotten rid of or were tied on the wrong side of your work. So when you turn to the right side, we don't have all that mess going on, all those knots showing through. So this is what we have, and this is going to be the very top part of our halter top. And for the edging, I don't know what color to use, but I think the most appropriate color to use for this edging is white. I know I want to avoid white, but it seems like it's going to be the best color for the situation. So grab your edging color, that color that's in the middle of the motifs, and let's make the edging. Alright, so I'm going to start from the right bottom corner of my top, and then, the left bottom corner, and I first work the base, and then we shall go all the way around. So let me just go into that loop, and you're going to attach your yarn, and you're going to make a single crochet into the same exact space. So one single crochet into each loop on the corners. You see those small loops? We shall always place one single crochet, and then when it comes to the chain 5 spaces, these long ones, we shall place only 3 single crochets. So let's start. We have 1 single crochet here, and then 3 single crochets into the next space, then 3 single crochets into the next space, 3 single crochets into the next space, and now we are back to the loops. As you can see here, you'll place 1 on this side and 1 into the second one, and then go all the way across like that. 3 single crochets, 3 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and when it comes to the small ones, you place 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet on the other one. So this is what our top will look like. So let's go all the way across, and I'll meet you back at the corner, this corner here. Sorry, this was supposed to be 1. So at the end of my bottom edge, I have placed only 1 single crochet into this loop, but we need a total of 3 so that we can turn and start working on this side. So place a total of 3 single crochets in the corner here, and then we are going to single crochet 3 times into each chain 5 loop, and when it comes to the small ones, you place 1 and 1, just like we were doing on the bottom side. That's all. So Okay, 1, 2, 3. And when it comes to the small one, because this is a corner, so we're going to place a total of 3 single crochets so that we can turn and start working on the next side. So we are done with this side as well. So now we've placed 3 single crochets in order to turn and face this side now. So 3 single crochets, 3 single crochets, 3, and then this is a small loop, so it will get 1 single crochet there, and then 1 single crochet into the next one. So look at what we have right now. Now we're going to start working the edging of the half motif, that slant that's there. So we shall just go into each and every row with 2 single crochets. So we've finished these ones, 2 single crochets in the next, 2 single crochets in the next, like that. Continue to place 2 single crochets into each and every row until we get to the end. So this is what we have right now. And then we are going to place here in the last row, which is the green row, we're going to place a total of 3 single crochets, and then we shall chain 3. I'll let you know what that is for, and then we shall go into the next loop with a single crochet. So we are back to the sequence of 1 single crochet in the small loop, 1 single crochet in the next small loop, and then 3 single crochets in the chain 5, like that. Go all the way across. One and one, and then 3 in the next, 3 in the next, 3 in the next, like that, and then 1 in this small loop and 1 in the small loop. And then you're going to chain 3, just like we did here, and we're going to place a total of 3 single crochets into the first row, which is the green row, and for all the other rows you're going to just place 2 single crochets in each. Make sure you're working this row on the right side of your work. So after this is what you'll have. And now you can see that we have introduced the white edging onto the half motif, and now everything seems to be so uniform. So that's what I wanted, because we were having a lot of white on the edges, but we didn't have that uniformity, that uniform look on the half motifs. So after this, you're going to just continue to place 1 single crochet into the small loops, and then 3 single crochets into the chain 5 spaces until you get to the corners, where you will place a total of 3 single crochets into the corners. Okay, I think I thought I had placed 4, so 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 motifs, and then you go to the side, So after this, we've come back to our very first single crochet that we placed into this very first loop, and we know the corners should get a total of 3 single crochets. So you're going to place 2 more single crochets to make a total of 3, and slip stitch into the very first single crochet that you made. Then you're going to make a chain 1, cut your yarn, and then you are going to tie this so that we get rid of this immediately. Okay, so this is what we have right now. That, and now we are going to cater for our straps. I want to just make a very simple chain, so I'm going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to make a chain of 75 or 100. So I have my 100 chains. I don't know if they're enough. Let me just do 120. So after your chain, you're going to make a single crochet into the chain 3 that you made at the top of your halter top. The chain 3, and you are going to single crochet once into each and every stitch across until you get to the chain 3 on the opposite side. So just continue to single crochet once into each and every single crochet. Right. So we've reached that chain 3. You're going to make a single crochet into it, and you're going to just make the same exact number of chains that you had on this side. So I had a total of 120. That means I'm going to make a chain of 120 on this side as well. So I have my 120 chains, and I'm going to just chain 1 and cut my yarn, pull through. If you need to attach anything, beads, tassels, go ahead and do that. I'm not going to. I want my top as simple as it can be because it's already complicated enough. So the moment you're done with this, your halter top is actually ready. Let me see. I think this can give you a clear view. When you turn your work to this side, you'll have this fold over, and your straps will be put through these points. I wish I had made longer straps. I think instead of 120, I think you can do around 300 so that you can do whatever you want with the straps. But this is basically it. Yeah, I think I need longer straps so that they can tie. But you can see what I'm trying to demonstrate. Something like this, and at this point your halter top is ready to wear, and this is the back side. It will create an X at the back, and then the lacing pattern, and then this will be the front of your halter top. So this is basically it. So now I am going to be explaining for the larger sizes what you should be having. Alright, so for the larger sizes, you are going to make a total of 8 motifs across, and then 8 by 2 or by 3, depending on the length that you want for your top. But the upper part of the top remains the same exact. So everything else remains the same. The only difference is the number of motifs across increases by 2. So 8 by 2 or 8 by 3, so that you can get a wider coverage for your top. So that is the very last tip for the larger sizes, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.